Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Army Men of War. And we are here with a part 2 episode from the previous video. So in the previous video we watched the Tans and the Greens try and take Tan Nam, because Tan Nam holds a huge fuel deposit for the Reds that are slowly but surely moving to the front line in North Vietnam. So the video is going to be in the description if you guys want to check it out, because the Tans and the Greens ended up retreating, and this is where they retreated to. So if we look over here, we can see the Tans and the Greens, and this is all that was left from the previous battle. And this is the 2nd Airborne Division, and this is Charlie Company, backed by a few guerrilla Tans, and these are being followed by the 51st Strike Battalion. So these guys have got to get all the way over to this fortress over here. And this fortress is over 200 years old, and it has been left undiscovered by pretty much all nations apart from the Tans. So when the Tans were kicked out of Tan Nam in one of the previous battles, I'll get the thumbnail up right here. Yep, they retreated to this fortress, they dug themselves in, they've got themselves some anti-tank cannons, a lot of infantry, and there is just a handful of airborne soldiers which are seeking refuge in this position, because they've been cut off from all of their other companies and divisions really, because they're way down south in North Vietnam. As weird as that sounds, they're way down south in the North Vietnam. But here comes the 51st Strike Battalion, and they're packing some heavy tanks and a lot of infantry. They have no idea what they're about to be up against, but over here there is some booby traps set for the tanks. We have also got some Panzerfausts in place to ambush the tanks when they get to a certain position. But I have no idea if these Reds are going to be able to see them or not when they get a little bit closer. So we will find out very shortly. How cool is this look? It looks so realistic, apart from the plastic look to them. But, oh, that's another thing. I am going to be doing a new series very soon, and it is going to be based on Tropico. So imagine Tropico in Men of War. And we're going to be focusing on an island, and we're going to watch it from 1750 all the way up to the year 1980. So that's going to be interesting. You have to throw your comments my way and tell me what you want to see out of a new series, and it's going to be very similar to Army Men of War. The artillery has already started shooting up these tanks, and it's just a matter of time until they hit these explosions which are dug into the road. But I think they've kind of twigged on, and they're using this ground now as cover. So very smart indeed. The Reds are going to be pushing up on the Tans and the Greens in heavy numbers. I mean, look at this, there's so many of them coming in. This is like a full battalion of men that are going to be approaching. And these aren't just any kind of infantry, these are heavy infantry. They're packing some RK-47s. Some have got rifles as well. I mean, we've mixed it up a little bit with the guns. We've got some of the BA, I think they've got the BA-11s there. No, there's something else. Little BTRs come from Tan Nam. Whatever survived is approaching this fortress. And this fortress is huge, so big shout out to Lutan in the Discord. He sent me this design right here, and I had to work from it. Yeah, it was just a little paint thing, and we built this huge fortress from it. So look at this. These are the defences of the Tans. They've dug themselves in on every gap of the fortress. All those airborne, those poor airborne down there, they just got took out by the machine guns. We've got a nice 30mm right here. I think that's a 30mm. And they've got some AK-47s on there, picked up from some of the orange soldiers. We have a lot of pack guns, and these things are going to be very effective against the tracks of these KVs that are approaching us. But if they get any closer, we could be seeing some dead Tans over here. You can already see that they're starting to shell their absolute hell out of this hill right here. But how cool are these defences? So like I say, huge shout out to Lutan, General Lutan, leader of the Tans in the Discord server. There is going to be a link if you want to join the community as well. I'm feeling very refreshed today. I was trying to get this upload out yesterday, but unfortunately I live opposite a fun fair or a carnival or whatever you want to call it, and they blast their music super loud, so it's really hard for me to get a nice quiet environment to record in. Oh, look at these Reds. You can hear the RK-47s. Some of them have PPSHs as well. A good mix of weapons, and it's going to be a bit of a question mark on who wins this battle, because like I say, I have no idea. Anybody could win this one. We've got some grey K-47s there as well. We just lost the 30mm. We lost the 30mm. You can see bits of plastic everywhere. Oh dear, oh dear. They're moving up in heavy numbers, and we also have some, oh my god, these are Yep, these are special forces. These are red special forces moving up. So this is like the Spetsnaz of the Russian army, but this is the Red Union. And look at them, they look awesome. They've got like these special uniforms used for crossing through swamps. But they're approaching from this angle, and the Tans do have some defences over here as well, including some mortars and a lot of men on the walls. So, oh, this is going to be epic. I cannot wait to see if the Reds get through here. And you know, I'm vouching for the Reds because look how many men there are. There is a lot of men on the Red side. There's a full battalion of men, and a battalion makes up for around, I think it's around 600 men, is it? Something along those lines. So this is just part of the battalion. We've got a couple of BTRs moving up, 3 of them in fact. These are going to try and get through the openings, but if they get too close, they may get hit with some AT grenades. But these look pretty cool as well. I like the look of all of the red stuff. The red is awesome. Red Nation for the win. I love these guys. But I know a lot of you guys say about green bias and things like that as well. I am not biased, I tell you. I mean, sometimes I will play from a nation's perspective, but it doesn't mean that I favour a nation. And I do get a lot of hate comments saying, you're favouring one nation over the rest, matey. And maybe that's true. Sometimes it could be true, but it's not intentional. It really isn't intentional. They're throwing grenades over now. They're kind of getting desperate. I think we're going to have to rush some men on that pack again. But then again, I'll be tan biased then, won't I? We have a lot of men on the walls. The mortar is still in action. Back here we do have some greens as well, just waiting for them to break through the first line of defence. And these guys make up for some bazookas. We've got some G16s. Well, it's like a spin-off from the M16 because it's green. We do have a leader down here. Again, I always let you guys name one of the leaders in every video pretty much. So name this lieutenant right here. A lieutenant for the Tan Guerrillas. We need a name for him. So yeah, that guy right there, we're going to see if he survives. And this is just a huge exchange of grenades. They've just chucked it away. And that could have saved literally 3 lives right there. So that guy there just saved these 3 guys' lives. So let's have a look at his name. So we'll turn to that. And we can also see how many they've killed. Like, he's got 1 kill. So that is Dayu Kuzunoki. He just saved his comrades right there. Very good, very good. If he survives, we'll put him forward for a medal. If he doesn't, oh god, poor dude. He's like, that was my buddy, and he died. I'll write a nice letter to your wife back in Vietnam. We have a lot of men wall hugging over here. They're sending men round, slowly but surely though. They're just sneaking them round one at a time. But the rifles are really effective at close range. 1-shot kill. That guy, oh, he tried. I think the best bet for the Reds right here would be grenades. Grenades would be the best bet to clean these trenches out. Yes. We have got a lot of greens in reserve as well. And this is all that's left of Green Charlie Company. Part of the 2nd Airborne Division, and it's a spin-off from what movie is it? I can't remember the movie. But there's like this movie which has that was Baker Company. I'm thinking of Baker's Dozen. Wrong company, Mighty. You need to get your facts right. How are we doing over here anyway? We've got 3 tanks. 2 of them, all of them have been detracked. That's what we want. And what is this thing? Oh, it looks to me like they've moved this up from Tan Nam, and they're going to be using it. Oh no, this is not good. Now this thing has a heavy shot on it. You can still see the grenades flying over there. Don't know if that's going to take a shot or not. But this thing drives like a tank. Watch this, look. Watch this. It's so cool. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so slow though, that's the only problem. So we're going to leave that there, let the AI play with it. How are we doing over here? The Tans are all gone now inside this 2nd trench, which is guarding this angle right here. And now the Reds are engaging with the Greens on the interior wall. So, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, why was this not shown on the battle map? You can't just bring things out of nowhere. And that's because on the battle map, I do have a fog of war, which means it gives me a bit of creative freedom to add things to the series to make it a little bit more exciting. So like I said, this would have been around 200 years old, this fort would have. And they would have found it in the woods and thought this would be a wicked place to build a forward operating base to attack Tan Nam. And that's what they did. They've been doing guerrilla tactics on Tan Nam for a good while now. Look at that, there's so many of them. They're all wall hugging, they're all trying to take these Tans out up here. Let's throw some grenades up there, we'll get some grenades up there. So, grenade out, this is a guy from the Special Forces. I wonder if we can get the AT grenades out and blow a hole in the wall. Oh my god, we're taking 5 from that huge artillery unit now. We still have a lot of men in this trench right here. And when I say we have a lot of men, it's because I'm looking from this perspective. If I was to look from this perspective, I'd say we with the Reds as well. So that's just me. You guys are just going to have to get used to that. Oh, grenade out, grenade out. Is he going to make it? He's sacrificing himself. And he didn't even die. That was strange. A grenade landed right next to him and he didn't even die. Awesome. Good for him. How are we doing over here? We still have a lot of men down here. And that's because they can't see over the top. So this is a good defensive position for when they run over. Let's see how the Greens are doing as well. We've got a bar rifle keeping good covering fire. This guy's had to draw his pistol. And I suppose that's more effective in short range rather than long range. Because that bazooka will be doing no good. What's this doing? We've got an M16. This mortar is still active. And it's taken out a huge amount of reds. Look at this. So many plastic toy army men gone. So many. Just think of all their plastic wives back home. They're never going to see their plastic husbands again. We've got reds over here. I might have to give them a nudge. Oh, no, we don't. They're actually moving around on themselves. I don't know if that's a word, on themselves. By themselves. That's what I meant to say. Damn right. So I'm feeling really good today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe it's because I've had an energy drink. I don't endorse energy drinks. Very, very, very unhealthy if you have too many of them. But my God, do they give you a little bit of a kick if you're feeling a bit tired. We do have a pack back here as well, which is providing good cover. And this thing would have been amazing if these tanks had have got a little bit closer, because I could just imagine that blowing the turret of it or something like that. Because these things have quite a large round in them. They're actually called tank busters, and yeah, very effective. Very effective. We still have the high command of the Greens, and we'll have a look at the name. This guy is already named, and this guy is called Lieutenant Campbell, and he's in charge of this company right here. Well, it's Captain Campbell, should I say, not Lieutenant. He's the leader of Charlie Company. So in the next few battles, I'm thinking we're going to revisit the attack on Fort Tan in one of the next videos. We're also going to focus on the front line, where the Tans are engaging the Oranges still. And we're also going to focus on more of Baker Company. Not Baker Company, Dog Company and Able Company. And you saw one of them from the previous videos as well. So they're all listed. Every episode connects if you're new to this series. And I think I'll have to count them. But we'll have to have a special soon, because we must be nearing 100 Army Men of War episodes. We've got to be getting close now, because there was over 60. Oh God, this guy's still alive. He's moving up. They must have repaired the tank. This could be good for the Reds. All they need to do is get one tank in this, in the vicinity of this wall. I don't know if he's going to make it up this slope though. Do you think he'll make it up the slope? Tell me in the comments. Pause and tell me in the comments if he'll slope. I don't know if that's a word, slope. If he'll make it up the slope. God, I'm cringy. Let's look down here. Nothing going on over here. We've managed to stop the Reds as the Greens and the Tans, and they seem to have halted behind this wall. I might have to give them a little bit of a nudge soon if they don't attack anytime soon. But other than that, they're doing quite well. The AI has done really well to hold this trench as the Tans. Let's have a look down here. Not too sure if they're repairing. They've repaired these tanks down here, but these are going to be moving up. I'm going to get rid of the whole AI thing where they're crashing into trees. There we go. He's moved out of the way. And we're going to move him out of the way as well. So these trees got the better of these tanks, you see. Usually you can just go straight through a tree, but because they're made of plastic, yeah, not the case. So how's that cannon over here? There was a cannon somewhere. We've lost the cannon. How can we lose a huge cannon? It's over there, that's why. Has it still got men on there? Yes, it has. So this thing's still in action. Infantry-wise, I think they're just peeking round. They're just testing the waters. Especially this dude. This is a member of the Red Spetsnaz, the Redsnaz, or whatever we called it. I'll have to think of a better name for them. Now these guys have decided to retreat. Nope, now they're back in action. They can't make their mind up. Never mind. These tanks have got stuck behind these trees yet again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually control these now. And I'm just going to try and send them up inside the fortress, because that's something they do, you see. They would get them inside the fortress to try and overrun this trench right here. But these trees seem to be huge obstacles for these tanks. And I don't know why. I do not know why. But let me know in the comments as well, what are the sort of battles you guys want to see in Army Men of War? Because stuff like this, look, this was suggested to me by the Tans, being General Lutan. And if anybody has any other suggestions for battles, something that we can just bring up out of the fog of war to make things more exciting, do let me know in the comments, or let me know on Discord. and we can see if we can bring it to life. But this tank is moving up now. I'm not too sure if he's going to get enough horsepower to get above this. I think he's going to do it. He might just do it. And that is disastrous if he manages to view these tans in this trench. The mortars are still taking fire. Just trying to detrack it, I think. Taking out some of the wall with it as well. We have some men on the top of the walls. I don't know what happened there. I think I just teleported. Never mind. And now this guy's in the trench. Direct hit. We lost the track. Now it's up to the tans. Oh, engine's on fire. So these guys are going to disembark now, I should think. Unless they're dead inside. No idea. Yeah, I think that... Oh, there we go. So, no, they got gunned down instantly. Wow, the tans have done amazingly in this battle. Absolutely amazing. And you can see that the odds were fair, but the tans had a fortress. And Charlie Company is holding their own still. They've still got men on the wall, but they have not... They've took their attention away from... Did you see that? That was insane. A direct bazooka shot. We have a lot of reds over here as well. I'm just going to get these guys round here, and I'm going to try and get them round to get them back into battle. I'm not going to send them directly into battle. I'm going to try and get them facing the enemy for a gunfight, because it makes no sense for them to be stood behind them walls like that. We'll be sat here all day otherwise. But these guys are on the wall. He's just ran on the wall. Oh, that's a really good position. That was a really, really good position. I wish I could take control of them now. I want to gun them all down. So let's give a little bit of a helping hand to these reds. So we're going to draw out a grenade. It's like, okay, ready for this. Grenade out. Oh god, exchange grenades. Oh, he survived. He actually survived. So we're going to cook this grenade just for a little while. And we're going to throw it again. Oh, what happened there? Oh, another direct hit. These grenades are awesome. So that's all I'm going to do for the reds there. That's all the helping hand I'm going to give them. Do we still have some tans left? Oh, we've still got the officer left as well. This is good. This is really good. I did not expect them to do this well. I thought it was just going to be a complete slaughter for the tans, to be honest. But they have held their own. And we still have a huge amount of men in Charlie Company. We're talking a good 20 men left, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's about 20 men left at least. But we have a good defensive position inside as well. It's starting to bring up the question, can the Reds still win this battle? I do wonder. We could just do a huge hoorah in the middle. That'd be interesting. See if we can take the centre of the fort. We have got some men, as it's a battalion, we have got some men back in Tan Nam, and they could bring reinforcements. So let me know in the comments, do you guys want to see a part 2 on this fort? With what's left of the troops, we could dig in more defences, more booby traps, everything, and send more men against this fortress. But I just don't think they could last much longer. I mean, these guys are stranded. These guys are stuck behind enemy lines. And it's just a matter of time until they run out of supplies. And that's kind of why they struck Tan Nam in the first place. 1, it destroys their fuel resources to the front line. And 2, they can steal some supplies as well. Oh, what's this guy doing? We're going to bring him up as well. We're not going to bring him all the way in this time because I feel like I'm responsible for that tank's death there. So we're going to bring him to there. There we go. So he's going to move up now. I can't believe they managed to take out a KV or just infantry. I think it was a direct hit from the mortar to the tracks, and then it was a direct hit from a mortar to the engine. So that was very, very effective mortars. We've lost the mortar on that side. I think we're down to 1 mortar in the battle now. The Reds are still exchanging fire on this wall. We're losing a lot of Charlie Company up here. A hell of a lot of Charlie Company. Got some, what do you call it? RK-47, that's what it's called. Let's see if we can get some fire from some more soldiers as well. Spread the fire out a little bit. And I think we'll attack very soon with a bit of a counter-attack with the remainder of these red soldiers here. How cool is that gun? It sounds awesome as well. It sounds really cool. And now we're going to exchange fire back with them as well if we've got any men left. I don't want to stand him up. This guy's stranded, look. Like, so many gone. Look, he's lost all of his friends. Look, they're floating. God, I love this game. This game is so cool. It's just, it unlocks, there's so much to unlock. That's a good position right there. Really good position. No, not a good position. Terrible. So other than that, I think we've definitely held this fort as the Greens and the Tans. The Reds are still quite active though. We could roll this tank through, but I'm scared I might get it killed and you guys might shout at me in the comment section. This guy's exchanging fire on the corner with a PPSH. Oh, been taken out by the Greens though. There's a guy on the wall up here with the OK-47, not an OK-47, a G, what are they called? RK-47. I've got to get my words right. I'm going to exchange some fire over here. See if we can take out some greens. We have got a lot of tans on the rear wall over there as well. Damn. Did we lose? Oh no, they're still alive. I wonder if we can get these guys back. Try and get them back over there because they've kind of lost their position right here. So we could maybe, this could become a main character if he survives. I say if he survives, he's just been killed, hasn't he? Yes, he's just been killed. God damn it. Never mind. Never mind at all. There's plenty more plastic soldiers out there. You know. Oh, what a shame. So I think it's a bit of a stalemate right here. We're going to have to do one final charge from the Reds and see if we can take this central position. So I'm just going to put them on that mode there, and these will engage as they run at them. So this is going to be really interesting. See who wins. Oh, taking hits. E decided to retreat. How are these guys doing over here? 4 men running up on the wall now. Oh, these guys could be do pretty well. They're up against one tan. One Gorilla Tan. They managed to take him out. They've just got to get around this corner. Use their grenades. That's what they need to do. It's all up to these though. I'm going to let the AI play out this little part here. The mortars too started with that tank, I think. Took out 2 of the Reds. A 3rd and a 4th gone. Oh dear. So I don't think the Reds have enough men to take this fortress anymore. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and retreat these guys out of this position, I think, including these tans. We're going to have to retreat into the woods, avoid this tank. In fact, let's try and take this tank out. I'm going to select these guys. It's up to you guys to take this tank out. If you can do that, we'll call it a win for the Greens. How does that sound? But it was an absolutely epic battle. Couldn't have faulted this battle. And for those of you guys that think I've done bias, you are wrong. It is not bias at all. It is a game. It is entertainment. And they're missing all of their AT grenades. So let's back this tank up. I need to back it up. Oh no, he's been detracked. He's been detracked. He's stranded. He's stranded. We can take him out. We can actually take this tank out. This guy's got another grenade. They're running side to side. No idea what they're doing. They can't make their mind up. Do we go left or do we go right? We should decide now before we die of old age. Let's move it over here. We'll move them to this side. And we'll see if they engage from that angle right there. Is he going to throw the grenade? It looks like a spray can. That's what it looks like. But he's decided to throw it back. Let's order it to take it out. Same with you. It's up to you guys. Take this tank out. One tank. Oh, that one bounced off. I've never seen that happen before. That was crazy. That's all of the AT grenades as well. We do have some Reds still in the forest. He's just wandering around. He's just like, I've lost all of my men. All of the platoon is gone. I'm going to have to retreat back to Tannam. So yeah, the remaining Reds are going to retreat. Oh dear. Can we get this out of here? Yeah, let's get this back to Tannam. We don't want them getting hold of this this here super rocket thing, whatever, artillery piece, that's it. We're going to get that back because we don't want the Greens to have it. And we're going to call it a win for the Greens and the Tans. But this was a very, very close victory. This could have been anybody's game. Absolutely anybody's game. Oh, then again, will this work? Could this work? This would be interesting. No, we can't drive it round. So yeah, it's surrounded. They're pretty much surrounded by tanks, BTRs. Let me know in the comments, who do you think won this battle? In fact, we might even call it a stalemate for this one. But there's no way that I don't think we can take this fortress with the amount of troops that we have. We're going to have to wait for Red reinforcements and maybe come back for a part 2. Let me know. But if not, we could just call it a this and then skip to the next part of the map, to the next battle. So do let me know. I hope you enjoyed this one. Do leave a like and do subscribe. Join the Mighty Nation, pushing on 20,000 subscribers. And I guess I will see you all in the next video.